Good morning. I trust you had a good night's sleep and hopefully feel refreshed and energized, but also settled overnight. The morning, before we do anything else, is actually a very, very good time to sit in meditation because we already have a certain basis that we can work from. The word I chose for this session is safety. Again, very similar to what we spoke about yesterday in the evening, this feeling of home. But now let's think about it as a certain groundedness. One of the pictures that comes up for me is like a tree that is rooted in the ground, that is stable, that is firm. But then as we go along its trunk and then into the branches, it also has some flexibility to it. So we need both. We need a relaxation on one hand, but we also need a groundedness on the other hand, so that we are resilient, like the tree is resilient, that we can sway in the wind without breaking. Another nice picture that Ajahn Brahm often brings up when he talks about trust, when he talks about this feeling of feeling safe and okay, is when he talks about the child in the mother's arms or the child in the father's arms who trusts completely and who can let go completely and even go asleep in its mother's or its father's arms. Now, I often say that sleep and meditation are similar in some respect. So when we did the guided practice into sleep, we would let go of the body, we would let go of the thinking, but we also let go of the awareness and the wakefulness at some stage so that we can drift into sleep. But when we meditate, we don't really relinquish that. We let all the energies flow into the awareness and the wakefulness and let it become really bright and strong and energetic and joyful, and that will lead us into meditation. Another thing that I wanted to bring up today in the morning is this beautiful concept of how meditation works and how life works. Ajahn Brahm has coined these three terms, or at least I've heard it in his teachings for the first time, of recognition, of familiarity, and of ease. So yesterday, when we were bringing up this feeling of being at home, then these things were there as well. I asked you to have a look around in the room and to see the things that are familiar to you. And that familiarity brings up ease, brings up relaxation. And that's the same thing in meditation. In meditation, we start to recognize how it is to be with our bodies. We recognize how it is to be with our minds, with the mental world, with the thinking, with the emotions. And we also get used to and we recognize the breath when it does arise in meditation. And the more we understand what's actually going on, the more we grow familiar with it through practice, through guidance, the more at ease we become with the whole process. And then the meditation just flows very, very naturally. So we want to make sure that we don't get too involved and too invested and too controlling in the whole process. And control and fear are often these movements of the mind, which are the opposite of trust, of faith. So let's use these tools in the first guidance into meditation session together. And again, I will be putting the audio recording, or actually a link of the audio recording, into the video description if you wish to download it and then listen to it on your device when you're practicing along. If this is the first time you're practicing with me, I'm calling this guidance into meditation, which means I'll give you a bit of an intro, a little bit of a springboard, so to speak, and then I'll let you meditate for the period of time that is comfortable, that is suitable, that is conducive for you. So there won't be any bells in the beginning and there won't be any bells at the end. Please just get into it and trust the process and see where it takes you. So for this guided practice, first of all, make sure that your body is in a comfortable position. If you're used to sit on the ground, on a cushion, on a mat, cross-legged, fine, if that is a stable and good position for you. If not, please use a chair. Please sit on a couch, sit on your bed, whatever you're used to, where your body can feel at ease, what basically already here your body is familiar with, and what therefore gives you a feeling of ease. And then let's see if we can set all the things that have happened before, or all the things that most likely are going to happen later, or that we might be thinking or fretting about. Just let us set those things aside for now. Just being with what actually is happening right now. And then I invite you, if you haven't already closed your eyes, to close your eyes if you're comfortable. That will allow you to get in touch with your body. And that's usually the first object of meditation. To hang out, to rest with the body for a while. And to see if you can let it settle. And also here it is helpful to scan through your body. Let's start with your feet. The lower parts, the knees and the upper parts of your legs. And see if there is anything you can do to make them feel more at ease. Maybe wiggling them a bit or adjusting your posture. Something is a bit tight. You see if it can be loosened. And if we do that properly now, then the body will be thankful and won't be disturbing you later down the track. And then moving to the bottom and the hips. Maybe wiggling a bit. Balancing your posture. So it feels just right. Not forcing or straining. But having a uprightness and a relaxation at the same time. Feeling grounded, but also flexible, smooth. And then moving up the spine, bit by bit. Including everything that is around the belly, the lower back. Getting to the middle of the back. where the chest starts. And moving up through the chest. Having an open, spacious chest. With your shoulders relaxed. Going slightly to the back and downwards. Hanging on the side of the spine. Aligned, upright, but relaxed and at ease. And then you can move into your arms. Feel your awareness touching your arms, getting in contact with your arms, and moving through them like a current of warmth, of care. Through the elbows into the lower arms. All the way through your hands. Into the fingers. Making sure that your hands are comfortable. And then we can carry on, moving upwards through the spine, maybe stretching it slightly, a relaxing stretch through the neck, up to the head, and then releasing it so it rests just in the right position. You might want to move your head a little bit, left and right and up and down. You find a balanced place for your head to be. And then moving into your head, back of the head, sides, the ears, and then the face. Let all the muscles in your face relax. No tension required in those muscles at all. Let your face be smooth and at ease. And then let's bring up this picture of the tree, firmly planted, rooted in the ground. And the ground is this feeling of safety, being here now and being okay. And from that groundedness, the roots, you go into the trunk. And the trunk is like our strong back. And the strength comes from being grounded, from being rooted. No effort needed. And then in that tree you have the branches, which are softer and more flexible. A bit like your arms. And they're also much more spacious and open, just like your front section of the body, which is soft, open, and receptive. And whenever you need to, you can come back to this picture of the tree, or these words of having a strong back and a soft front. Strong back, soft front. Strong back, soft front. To ground yourself. Or the other picture I evoked in the beginning of the parent, which again is the strength here, the person who takes the responsibility, who has experience, wisdom, is grounded, and the child, which is held in the parent's arms, which is the softness, the playfulness of the child, the innocence of the child, the vulnerability of the child. But because the parent is grounded and because the child can trust and feels completely at ease and safe, they can let go into the arms of the parent. Drop the guards. Open up and just be. Be supported, be carried, be held. And if your body is settling like mine, it will become kind of blurry, hazy, and very comfortable. But without clear boundaries. And then you can recognize that that's what is happening when the body is at ease. As you grow familiar to that feeling, you relax even more. You let go into it even deeper. And you feel safe. You feel at ease. Not just your body, but also your mind. Comes more steady, comes more smooth, becomes more still. And as the body becomes pacified, as the movement of the mind calms down, there is a pleasure and a brightness and lightness that comes with it. Allow that to grow. And you might also be aware of the movement of the breath. Washing through you, blowing like the wind blows through the branches of a tree. Refreshing, bringing in energy and joy, but also relaxing and allowing you to let go even deeper. Breathing in peace and joy. Breathing out, relaxing and letting go. Breathing in peace and joy. Breathing out, relaxing and letting go. Recognizing the breath like a good old friend. Recognizing the signature of it, the feeling that it brings of happiness and stillness. And growing accustomed to it. Trusting it. letting go into it, feeling completely safe, relaxed, and at ease. Enjoy the rest of your meditation as long as you wish to sit in silence, firmly grounded like the tree with a strong back and a soft front. Completely trusting like the child in the parent's arms.